Hey, 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 welcome to Credit Makes Sense with Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista, where we make sense of your money, your credit, and everything in between. For those of you who don't know me, I own M&H Financial Services, where we help women and couples over 30 to create custom credit solutions so that they can crush their financial goals. I also run the awesome Credit Makes Sense free community on Facebook here, and I left the link for you above if you want to join us. That's where we talk about mastering our money, destroying our debts, soaring our credit scores, and accomplishing our goals. In addition to the epic Credit on Fire Academy, where we take do-it-yourselfers to do it with us. It's a super dope community, and we discuss everything from mastering our money, destroying our debts, soaring your credit scores, leveraging it to create wealth. We talk investing, entrepreneurship, home ownership, real estate investing, and more. And I also left the link above for you to find out more information. So in the Credit Makes Sense segment, I take your questions. It's from my free Facebook group. It's from my email community. Credit on Fire members get me like all the time in the community, in Q&A live lessons. So I typically don't answer questions with them because they have so much access to me. But I also take questions from you. And I left an email address above if you want to submit a question for us to answer live during the Credit Makes Sense segment. So if you are in my Credit on Fire members club, definitely put your emojis down. Let me see that you are rocking with me. If you're a partner, put partner in the, we say partner. Put that in the comments so I know that you're rocking out with me. I will go ahead and share this out to my Facebook group so they know that I am live and they can come on and rock with me. And I encourage you guys to share. The question that I'm answering today, I'm actually answering two, and they are the ones that I get quite a bit. So share the knowledge. This is where I come on and just give you super dope information so that you can put it to use and begin crushing your financial goals. So let's get to it. I like to read it so I don't get anything wrong. I got a question from Drea asking, how do lenders view inquiries? I went a little crazy with my credit card applications some months back, and I have quite a few that are about 9 to 12 months old. Well, Drea, with inquiries, usually they have the most negative impact within like the first 6 months. That's score-wise. And then once they get like over 6 months, they're not really affecting your credit scores. And then once they're over 12 months, they don't affect you at all. So the ones that are like 12 months and about to be like over that, they're not really affecting you. The ones they're about 9, they kind of are. So your question was, how do lenders view them? Lenders don't like them, especially credit card ones. They understand the ones for car shopping and when you're applying at different mortgage lenders. They understand those, and if they're pretty recent, then they will have you just write a letter of explanation. But credit card ones are a little bit different, and I actually pulled up a sheet that I give my clients, my personal coaching clients, when they come to me for credit coaching and just overall preparing for home ownership. It's our renter to homeowner consultation. And I will pull that up for you because I want to make sure that I give you the most up-to-date info. Okay, so when a mortgage lender sees a lot of inquiries, and it's usually within the past 12 months, some lenders are a little bit lenient and it's the first 6 months, but on average, it's the first 12 months. They'll have you write a letter of explanation. Sometimes they'll give you a template that you can go off of, but when it comes to inquiries, letter of explanations for inquiries, they are super simple. They can be like 1 to 3 sentences, and it doesn't even have to be in depth. So if you have one for credit cards, they will want, and this is the one I wanted to pull up for you, you can state that you were shopping around for the best credit card interest rates. You need to explain the outcome of the inquiry. Were you denied? Were you accepted or approved, I guess would be the better term. And if approved, how much of your limit? Like I said, they're not too fond of the credit card inquiries. They might think that you are financially strapped if you just went applying for a whole bunch of them, or just not fiscally or financially responsible. And they get a little alarmed when you apply for a lot of additional credit. I've had a couple of lenders ask my clients, members of Credit on Fire, and students to close accounts with high available credit limits because they know that if they spend all of their credit limit, that'll push up their debt to income ratio. It'll increase the chances of them filing for bankruptcy or some other type of debt assistance, and it will put their investment at risk. Basically their loan, they won't get their money. So those are some of the things that concern them. So yeah, they don't like it. So hopefully that answered that question. And then just to piggyback off of that, Eric wrote, Erica, I'm sorry, hon. If you're applying for a house or a new car, how can you eliminate all the inquiries on your credit report? Or is there a way to have them removed prior to the 2-year mark? Yes, there is a way to have some removed and potentially all before the 2-year mark. Like I said, lenders aren't really concerned about the ones for a mortgage or a auto. It's the credit card ones that get you. The newer, the worse that they will view that. So if they're kind of over the 12-month mark, they're not really concerned unless you just went gangbusters. And a simple letter of explanation will kill all of that. Like I said, if it's over 12 months, it's not affecting your scores anymore. Over 6 months, not really. If it's within 6 months, yeah, you might want to try to get those off if you can. I look for errors. I look for who I have gotten approved with. So if my client got approved for those cards, then why would I lie and state that they didn't authorize the inquiry? I mean, you got the credit. Of course you authorize the inquiry. Now, the ones that they got a rejection for, sometimes a simple letter to the creditor will get it removed, no problem. Those are probably like the easier ones to get eliminated by going directly to the creditor. I actually have inside of my Credit on Fire Academy, I have a full course on what I use to eliminate inquiries. So from the letters that I send to the creditors, the letters that I send to the bureaus, it's literally laid out in a step-by-step process. In addition to a separate course, the a la carte, that's how you pronounce it, a la carte course that you can purchase just on inquiries, and that literally walks you through it. But I'll tell you right now, Erica, that I've always had the most success going directly to the creditor to get it removed. I don't even worry about the ones that are over 6 months because my clients don't really experience a significant boost for the ones that are like around that, which Rhea mentioned, the 9 to 12 month mark. But if you want to go ahead and apply it to all the inquiries, the tactics that I list there, to all the inquiries that are not tied to an open account, you can certainly do so. I'll be real with you. When I'm working with someone, even when I teach in my classes, we have quite a few things that I've done on home ownership. I've been a realtor since 2004. I teach on the big stuff, paying on time and debts. Because when we are preparing people for home ownership, I mean, I know this as a realtor and as a certified credit counselor, the number one reason why people are denied is not inquiries. Like I said, a simple letter of explanation will kind of squash that. It's because they are carrying too much debt based on the amount of income that they bring home every month. And so I want to work with you on eliminating those debts and then creating a solid budget so you can do the other reason that people are denied. Paying on time. You gotta pay on time. So those are the main things that I work with people on: credits, and they're getting their debt to income ratio on a very solid number. And I've mentioned this in a few lives. I got a slew of them if you want to click on videos over there. And I have a whole course, like I said, on inquiries, on home buying, and all of that good stuff, because I think that home ownership is epic for for our community. So now, that's what I would advise you guys to do. To go ahead, work on the big stuff, and then, and don't pull your credit like within 3 to 6 months of buying a home. Definitely 3, because that is a red flag. We personally purchased a car, I want to say 2 months before we got our home loan. We did a simple letter of explanation. Like I said, it's a car, so it wasn't that bad, but we didn't purchase anything. We didn't apply rather for anything credit card related. And that's because as a realtor, I knew we weren't supposed to do that. And it's kind of frowned upon. And so another thing I want to mention on debt to income ratio, I almost touched on it, is that you want to ensure that your scores are a little bit higher. Those with higher scores aren't, dinged for going through the whole inquiry and letter of explanations. Is kind of like something simple. We had higher scores, so it's kind of like, okay, thanks for the letter of explanation. But my clients with scores between 580 and 620 really get scrutinized. 620 to 640 is the next tier. This not as scrutinized as a 580 to 620, but they are scrutinized. Over 650, I've had the most smoothest, and 700s, as long as their debt to income ratios and their credit is on point. They have stability of employment. They've had it for 2 years plus, and they got some savings. They're really on point. So if you're sitting here and like, okay, I don't understand what you just said. then Credit on Fire is definitely for you because I break it down in a more complex process, because I know everyone isn't able to make the $25 a month investment to get the information, education, and empowerment that they need, and personal assistance from me and my team. $25, come on, holla, that's high. I have some free links as well. So inside of my Credit Makes Sense community, I left the link. If you go to the pin post, I left it all. So that's like the link to the free credit challenge, the link to the free Claim My Keys challenge, like all of that, that's available for you. And if you happen to be watching, like I have some people that are with me on YouTube Live, if you're not on Facebook, why? I'm just kidding. If you're not on Facebook and you're watching this YouTube Live with me, hey, YouTube partners, then shoot me an email. The email that I have for credit inquiries and all of that good stuff, and I'll zip the links over to you. Social, SOCIAL, at mnhfinancialservices.com. Social, SOCIAL, at mnhfinancialservices with an S.com. So I'll be rolling through. For some reason, when I go live, I have like a delay on the question. So if you're asking me something and I don't see it, it's not you, and I'm not ignoring you. It's just that they sometimes come up so late that I don't see it. So I always go back and review the questions, and I set up my notifications so I can get tagged when you comment, and I'll come back and post the resources and, answer your questions as, to the best of my ability and all of that good stuff. But if you want a question, like I said, featured on Credit Makes Sense segment that I do here on my page, then definitely shoot it over to the social at MNH Financial Services email address. We do review documents as well, and they are shown live. So if you don't want something shown, then you need to white it out. And if you don't want your name mentioned, you need to tell me, keep me anonymous. Otherwise, I'll be like, hey, Erica girl, and I'm going to say it. So you have to let me know. But hopefully you enjoyed this information. If you haven't, like I said, any other details or questions, all that good stuff, post them below. And hopefully I get some of your emails to answer some of your most burning credit and money questions. See you next time. Thank you so much.